Oh, hi everyone! Here we are with Apotheosis. That's free for free today. Free streams, 3 times muted. Welcome everyone. I've got stuff. You guys should check out my stuff. There's opening links. Please check it all out. There's merch from this show on the channel. Mackenzie's arrives tomorrow, I think. I think Raven's also got some on the way. And
Yep.
we're bound to have more as we get more words, because these guys make this stuff happen quick. Also check out all of the other stuff we've got there, Twitch, Twitter, and all that stuff. That's where the meme that became the shirt happened. And also check out in the Discord, and also check out our sponsors, Mage Hand Press and Bird in the Storm Publishing, currently being repped by Raven, sitting above Raven's left shoulder. All right, their left. So yeah, check them out. We're really grateful for them too, because they make this all possible. There's also a tweet there. Retweet the tweet, because we appreciate that. It lets everyone know where you are and that you're watching. Let's go around and say hello. Mackenzie, would you like to take charge of the hellos?
I will. Hello, I am Mackenzie Lane Day on Twitter. I will be your Dungeon Master Mac for the evening, and I am so excited to jump back into the world of old Hyperion. Just as a reminder, we mentioned the Discord because that's where the quote from the shirt happened. Also, if you hop into the Discord, afterwards we release character playlists. Last week we released Bubbles' playlist, and we're going to be putting a poll in the live chat of the show to vote for the other remaining 3 characters. And then I think next week I'll be throwing in an NPC playlist just to sort of keep sprucing up the poll. Super exciting. You can find me here every week, DMing for Apotheosis. I love it. You can also find me over on Mondays, here again at 10:30 p.m. EST for Tactical Diplomacy. I am a player. It is fun. I am also a D&D writer. You can buy my module I've Been on DM's Guild for $3. It explores our relationship with mental health, and it just went copper bestseller this weekend, and I'm still kind of freaking out about it. Just super exciting. Let's go around. We'll end with Scrat, so we're gonna go start with Raven. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. I'm Raven at Raven_co-op on the Twitter. I'm playing Bubbles today, our favorite pink tiefling. I'm very excited for today's game. If you want to find me elsewhere, you can find me, like I said, on Twitter or at Co the Podcast or at Book and Bitch Pod. Done. Cool.
All right, and we're gonna go pop down to Saphira or Joshua Barbeau. Oh, hi.
Hi, my name's Joshua. You can find me on Twitter at Joshua Barbeau. That's BARBEAU. And let's see, what do? I do all kinds of things. I run a website where people can hire me to do Dungeons and Dragons for kids and after-school programs. Well, kids of any age, if you really. It's called DM On Demand, dmondemand.ca. I'm also writing stuff for the DM's Guild. I don't have anything published, but hope to soon, maybe even before the end of this show. Come chat with me on Twitter. I'm running a Dungeons and Dragons game on Twitter, in which you can vote for what happens next.
I've seen that. Do you know that's actually how I got into this way back? There was a Twitter poll thing that I was doing.
Yeah, sorry. I did not know that.
Yeah, I got.
I thought I was the only one insane enough to try something like this. I think I have at the moment 40 players. I mean, they're all playing one character, but 40 players. So yeah, check me out. Talk to me. I like to meet new people. That's it.
Actually, this is the second person as well today. The second person as well who's mentioned doing D&D with kids and teenagers and stuff. Not something we can do on Twitch because of the regulation, the TOS about 18 plus and 13 plus. But if you like, I can talk to you afterwards and we'll get you in touch and you guys can talk to each other or something if that's interesting.
We should do that. Yeah, like I said, I run a business. It's local in Toronto. I show up in person and do D&D games for kids. I teach them good social skills and inclusive social skills. But I also I'm restricted to Toronto in terms of being in person. But I also will do streams. So if you want to go on dmondemand.ca and you want to hire me and you live, I don't know, in Ireland, well, get me on a video and I'll run D&D for your kids, kids of any age.
Awesome. And all the links are over in the chat. And let's pop over next to, last but certainly not least, before we go to Scrat, Zelda at Zelandroid. Hello, how are you?
I am Zeldandroid, and thank you for saying that because I almost always trip up on my handle. That's for.
I wonder why. I wonder why, Zelda.
No reason in particular. Don't say anything. Don't confuse anyone. Yes, I'm Zeldandroid, Zelda, on Twitter, and I am a player and working on writing, and hopefully, if I can find a platform for it, putting out writing for people. There's lots of good things between mental health stuff, personal experience, and I've been writing some fiction stuff, and hopefully to work on that more and have stuff come up in the future. I will be DMing some one-shots on Scratticus right here. In September and August, so take a look for that. And if you want to find out other games that I'm in, you can check the pin tab on my Twitter. Pin tweet.
Hell yeah!
I play Cepheus. Hello.
Woo! We love our
voice.
Hello, I'm Cepheus.
Nope, that's definitely not the voice. Scrat, we know who you are, but who do you play?
I play Skooka Clanahan. That's it. That's actually my pitch pipeline, I think, to get in this voice is the Clanahan bit. Yes, I've done that, and also what I've also done is I've set up a poll on a retweeting timer throughout the stream that'll be telling us all about your options. Now I've removed Bubbles because we've already had Bubbles' playlist. So you have a choice of Suceria, Cepheus, or Skooka in your options there, and please vote by the end of the session. I'll make sure that there's I don't know. Command gonna work. Not yet. I need to activate the command, but I'll get there.
Also, remember, if you want to vote, you have to do !vote and then the number. If you just type the number in chat, it does not count. I'm super excited. I'm just do a quick recap and figure out where we left our intrepid band of adventurers last. I believe last week we had our party of hooky playing students went to visit Bubbles' patron at a laundromat. After a conversation that was less hostile and still mysterious, but no one got hurt with Bubbles' patron, they went off to a diner in which Skooka and Bubbles were harassed by a waitress who ended up turning out to be Jay from the coffee shop, just kind of playing a role and trying to keep an eye on them. After a short swing by back to the dorms and a short interaction with Becca, the RA of Bubbles' dorm, they went back to Skooka and Sasira's flat to sleep for the night and keep the party together so they don't, so they can head off to who knows where in the morning. Unfortunately, their peaceful night was interrupted by a bad dream turned reality as Skooka was accosted in his sleep by a mysterious serpentine figure. And those figures leaked into the real world and have now appeared in the flat. And as all of you wake up and see these snakes sort of rise up out of the cracked and broken floorboards, Bubbles, you see the snake kind of rear its head and then dart out underneath the doorway towards the main room. So you see the same thing. The snake kind of rears its head. It's a foot wide, thick. Looks almost corporeal, but there's red mist leaking off its body, and it looks at you with these bright golden eyes narrowed into slits, and then it slithers off, passing through the door almost incorporeally, and slides off to the main room. Cepheus, when you wake up, you also see a snake kind of hovering around you. You are, in fact, kind of cuddling Skooka, but it's a little hard at the moment as this corporeal snake has sort of found itself wrapped around Skooka and is like physically pulling it away from you. and you see these two other snakes kind of slither down the hallway and sort of rise up around Skuka's still apparently sleeping soundly body. And as I switch the music, we'll pan over to what Skuka sees. You have just wriggled yourself out of this serpent's grasp. And you can still feel its slipperiness kind of crawling down your back and coating what you had touched. And as you walk, it almost seems to cool off you and coat the ground you're walking on so that it's almost wet and reflective in this darkened space.
Does it look like oily?
Almost.
I don't want to touch it.
You are standing surrounded in it. And as you kind of look at this, you can see parts of it start tinging dark red, and around you from this thick, oily sludge rise up 3 red serpentine shapes.
I don't like that.
Surrounding you and all staring at you with these bright golden eyes. And with that, everyone roll me some initiative.
I don't like this at all. I'm gonna put it out there. Hard no. I don't like this. Oh no! There it is. That's what I get.
Don't worry, Skuka. I'll get him first.
Roll for these bad boys.
I got a 7.
It's a 3 for them. They're very slow in the uptake. All right. You got a 7, Bubbles?
Yes.
I got a 19.
All right. So we got Sasira up
Died with
first.
my brother.
Which one of you? Okay,
Or
looks like
twinning.
Steph will be going first because they have a higher initiative. Then Sasira, then Suka, then Bubbles, and finally the Chaos Wormlings. And I do believe, if I remember correctly, I have a Wild Magic Surge banked from last.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
That might,
Alright.
that might just be true, yeah.
So
Oh
we
my
start top of
god,
the round.
yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna
not
get
even
hurt.
like, it's not even a once per rest thing. I regain, oh no, once you do so, you must finish a long rest before you can use this feature again. Yeah.
We've all had a long rest though, right?
Paul had a long rest. Skuka, I will let you take the benefits of a long rest if you let me keep the Wild Magic Surge.
Yep, okay, deal.
Okay, a deal's a deal.
This is fine.
Cepheus, you are up first as you are woken awake as the ground shakes and you see these serpentine shapes rise up from the cracked and broken floorboards of your brother's apartment.
You said there was one wrapped around Skuka?
One wrapped around Skuka, or there's one wrapped around Skuka's completely asleep body, and then you can see 2 others coming up from the hallway where your brother's room is and what Skuka's room should be is.
I think the one wrapped around Skuka is the one that catches Cepheus first, being that apparently we are cuddling just a little bit.
You are
I
definitely cuddling.
And
swear this is not because we didn't wash the dishes.
and he's gonna run and he's gonna try or not run, but he's gonna act quickly and try and pry the snake from Skuka
Okay.
and yell his name and try and wake him up at the same time if he's
Okay.
wide awake.
Trying to pry it. Roll me an athletics.
Hey, 20 sides to every story. Welcome in and thank you for that raid. Welcome. You can see we have a poll running for a music playlist that will be released at the end of the show. Let us know which one you want to vote for.
We're in
That is-
combat.
19 to break.
On a
grapple.
19, I'm going to use their strength score as DC, and you are able to rip this thing off of Skuka. Skuka is still completely out.
That's I think all I can do. I don't think I can grapple as a bonus action. So
So you're going to just hold this snake, though, in your hand.
yeah, I'm just gonna pull that snake off of him and just make sure that he's not wrapped up in it.
He is still completely asleep. Sasira, you see this snake. It is your turn. You see the snake look at you and then dart out passing through the door almost incorporeally, headed towards the living room.
All right. Well, he's not gonna make it. I'm
Okay,
gonna
punch it? All right.
with a very hot fist.
Are you pouring some smite into that?
I'm pouring some smite into that. He's
All right.
waking up my sleep. This is my apartment, and
All right.
and this is how we get ants, as someone said, you know, once upon a time, but not how we get worms or snakes or whatever. I'm gonna roll my attack roll.
Roll me that attack roll. Oh, 24,
pretty good.
100% hits. Pour
That's
me that
pretty good.
damage.
All right, so that's the regular damage. And let's burn a big spell slot. Why not? Level 2. There's some some bonus radiant damage.
Nice. That is a lot of radiant damage. This isn't for the wild magic surge, but I do need you to roll me 1d100.
Me?
Yes.
Jeez. Okay. There we go. 29.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. You keep rolling really low in your d100s.
I do, yes.
Again, you feel, you can see the radiant glow kind of sear across your fist.
Yeah.
And as you swing, again, it's the same thing with the wolf. You know that radiant glow should be there, but it's something is out of your control is changing it. It almost lasts, but there is a sudden flash of green, and as you swing this fist against the snake before it sears through passes through the wall, it looks sickly, and it doesn't look like that radiant damage. And actually, this time, in the back of your head, you just hear a "try again."
Well, you know what? I just might. You know what? Last time I saw this happen with the wolf, I gave up using my divine smite, thinking that, okay, well, this is weird. I'm not gonna try a second time because it's not normal. But this time, I'm gonna divine smite it with my second attack.
All right, do it.
You know,
Give me that thing.
let's put this thing down. I got better things to do, like sleep. Another
25 definitely hits.
Divine smiting again. So here's the bludgeoning damage, and here is the radiant damage.
Hold on, I'm very bad at doing math quickly, so I have my calculator out. Yo.
Valid.
All right. Okay, roll me another d100.
46. A little better. A little higher.
This time you swing your fist, and you can see almost the light around your second fist start to flicker between green and that radiant white, but this time the radiant white light fades, and you swing, and you sock this thing in the face.
Is this worm still standing?
This snake, with 6 minus 18, it is still standing, but it looks pretty beat up.
Well, I'm not finished yet.
All right.
Attack number 3.
Don't worry. Hammer. Snake.
Bam.
Definitely hits.
And let's do one more divine smite. Why not? Burn him while you got him. Oh wait, hang on.
Roll me
the
the
divine damage,
like.
and here's the bludgeoning damage.
Oh, nice. You take. If you're doing another smite, you got to roll me another d100, but the damage will still hold. Oh, on an 11 again, the light around your fist starts to flicker, and you hear that rasping laugh sort of rumble and itch in the back of your mind, and that light goes green and sickly, and again, it looks almost like poisonous light as it strikes across the face, and you can see like sickly pustules sort of scrape across the snake's face. But the damage still holds, and it was looking rough. You took a massive chunk out of this snake in one turn. Anything else you would like to do?
Well, that's I only have 3 attacks so far. I need at least one more level before I can have 4. So I guess this snake is still alive.
The snake is alive, but it almost looks like you can see parts of it is almost misting away. It is looking rough.
I will reposition myself between it and the door that it was heading for.
Okay. I will note of that.
That's my turn.
All right, Skuka. As you look around you in this sort of darkened space, you can see one of the snakes sort of around you suddenly just sort of shudders. And you can see bits of that oily substance start sloughing off, as if something was taking chunks out of it. You can't see, but something seems to be able to worn this thing down. The other two around you look fine, although one seems to be sort of agitated and just sort of twitching almost.
I don't like this at all.
What do
Thank
do?
you very much, Falcon of Verminum, who gifts an advantage. Let us know who you gift the advantage. Cepheus, thank you, Cepheus. You have an advantage from Falcon of Venom. So there we go. Thank you. What do I do? I want to look at the oil.
What do you want? What specifically are you looking at?
Like, I'm wading in the stuff, right? So I'd probably know what it smells like. Does it smell like, you know, paraffin?
Flammable?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Peak nerves.
You know what? It does smell a little bit like gasoline.
I firebolt the oil.
Okay.
Preferably nearer the snakes than me.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll an attack roll. See how close you can get it to the snakes. Nice. Okay. So, fun thing. I have a rule for crits, and that is either you can do the double damage, or you can do normal damage plus a special effect. Which would you like?
I would like a special effect of setting them on fire.
I'm assuming if you're targeting one, you want the fire to spread to the other two, correct?
Yes, preferably. And a nice
Okay.
concentrated explosion. You know, maybe I get some control over the dream space so I don't also get on fire.
Yeah, no, on a nat 20, you can totally do that. Roll me the damage, and then
so
add...
if I click the thing, roll 20 is going to automatically do double damage, so...
Yeah, that's fine. I'll map it out.
Just a 17 then?
Let's see, just a 17? Yeah, and then, you know what, because you are standing in flammable oil, I will give you one extra d10. So I will just take the first d10. I'll take the 9 from the crit. Unless you want to roll a d10.
I want them to take burning damage every turn.
Want to take burning damage every turn?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want them to be on fire.
Alright, so then I'll take flat 17 damage for all of them. One of them completely dissipates. Tasira, you, all of a sudden, you see the snake that you were standing in between the door. It just lets out a sound, and it just, like, dissipates completely into just dust. It is gone. You, Skuka, in your
That's what I thought.
you see the snake that had looked pretty beat up just explode into goop, oil. It's flammable bits, and those flammable bits are what shower onto the other two and light them up on fire, and they stay burning. So that snake is gone.
My floor's on fire? My bedroom floor's
I
on
will
fire?
get to what everyone outside of Skuka's dream sees in a little bit, but let me just heckin' math. Hold on. Okay, cool. They are on fire, and they will take. I will say they'll take 1d10 fire damage every turn if they last that long. You took a chunk out of them, y'all. Anything else you want to do on? Oh,
To everyone else around, you can just hear some... Shut on fire.
yep, that's what happens. I can't. I was like, I want to have you roll for wild magic right now because you cast a spell, but
I actually
Do
cast
it.
a cantrip. It wasn't a
I
spell.
know cast a cantrip, so I can't.
Don't you have a banked wild magic?
You do.
Yeah, I banked, but it's supposed to be triggered by a spell, and I try to be
Um,
uncharitable, so
Fair enough.
I'll save it. You let me bank it because I let you get the benefits of a long rest.
Oh, Malahadale coming in with a donation. Advantage for Skuka, Sasira, and Bubbles to even everyone up.
Mel?
Thank you, Mal.
Awesome.
Thank
Okay.
you!
And with that, it is Bubbles' turn. You see the snake kind of look at you. and it starts to try and make its way through the door, almost passing incorporeally through it. What do you want to do?
Well, since it's in my room and I'm still in, Scratticus' room and I'm still in Scratticus' room, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. All right. Do you want to describe what this Eldritch Blast looks like?
Yes. So when she produces her Eldritch Blast, it's mostly gold with little like swirls that kind of like wrap around it of like a dark green and a black. It's very not on Bubbles brand. So,
Right.
I'm gonna roll.
Roll me those attacks.
Yes, ma'am. That's a 19 on the first.
19 hits.
All right. Do you want me to go ahead and roll the next one, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 15.
15 does not hit.
Okay.
You see it hit the snake, but it hits part where it's misting away and it seems to do no damage, and you can actually see it kind of leave a scorch mark against the door. But the first one hits clean. Roll me that damage.
All right. Four.
4 points of
Yay.
damage. All right. You take a chunk out of the snake. Oh, a small chunk, but a chunk nonetheless. And it just kind of, and you can see its tongue sort of flicker out at you, like in anger, like angry noodles do.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
No, she'll just kind of like look down at her hands. She's still in her like pajamas, her like pink and white flannel pajamas, and she just like looks down at her hands because that's probably the first time she's ever used that. She's like, just kind of like shaking them out.
All
But
right.
that's it.
And it is the Chaos Wormlings' turn. So one of them, the one in your hand, Cepheus, kind of wriggles. So you can see its neck sort of just move in this like unnatural fashion. Like, you know, there should be joints there, but at the same time it bends just a little bit too far, and you can see its jaw just sort of unhinge. And you need to make me a DC, a Constitution saving throw.
I was just contemplating whether I wanted to use advantage or not. I think I'm good. 14?
14 will pass. It takes, okay, let me do this. Hold on. Oh my gosh, roll 20 please. Okay. That's 7. So this thing's jaw unhinges and it lets out an unholy screech in your ear, and you can feel it almost thunder and ring in your head as you take 27 divided by 2 damage. Hold on.
2 damage. Got it.
You take 14 points of psychic damage. The second wormling still alive. Bubbles, you can see it almost look at something. It passes through the door and it looks at something that isn't there. Stuka, as you are watching this sort of oil flicker and burn with almost like rainbow iridescence around you, one of them, a desiccated like head and skull with like the socket sort of melting and burning. It opens its mouth, and again, it's the same thing. Its jaw unhinges and it looks at you, and I need you also to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Don't mess with me. All right, I know Kung Fu. Con saving throw.
Con save.
How's a flat 9?
9 isn't going to cut it, unfortunately. Here, I get this separate roll.
Oh, that's a lot of damage right there.
Oof.
I will say, Cepheus, as you're kind of recoiling from this, you can hear this thunderous sort of coming almost from Suka. Suka, what you hear though is this thing opens its mouth, this concussive blast of air rockets into you, and you take 22 points of thunder damage as it just sort of tears into you.
Damn. Right, well, thank you whoever gifted me the 5 temporary hit points last session. Do they stay after my long rest, Mackenzie? They were a donation. Do I get to keep them? Mackenzie?
Suka, those were not a donation.
They weren't? Damn.
They weren't.
Damn.
You do not get to keep them. They're gone. Because Bubbles, your hit points are back to normal.
Right. No problem. That's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Skuka's bloodied.
Kuka's very bloody. Seth, it is your turn. Top of the round.
I'm gonna take the snake and grab its head with my left hand and pull the battle axe off my back and have it extend as it does. And I'm going to almost like baseball bat swing it and throw it in the air and try and hit it with my battle axe for my first attack.
All right. Are you raging or not?
Nope, not raging.
All right. Give it a good heckin' swing.
Does a 14 hit?
14. Unfortunately, you as you drop the snake and try to swing at it, it is able to get like on the ground and you just miss it.
I'm gonna take another swing. It hits the ground, so I'll do like an arcing swing and come down on it.
Come down on the snake.
Ooh, does a natural 1?
All right, here's my second rule when it comes to critical failures, or comes to criticals. For critical failure, you can take the failure, or you can take a success, but I get to throw in a complication later in the game.
Ooh, love complications. Let's do it.
All right, I've got a complication banked as well. Y'all are giving me so much power. All right, that then hits. You are able to swing wide and cleave into it. Roll me that damage.
I'm wondering, I can click on this to give me damage, can't I? Guess not. Here we go. Thought I could. Hello, Discord, please uncover my...
I will note down 1 wild magic surge.
That was a bad roll, but 8 damage.
You know, actually, I'm gonna cash in the complication right now.
Can I use my bonus action first?
Okay, you can.
I'm gonna use second wind and do get some healing in there.
All right.
And 1d10 plus 1.
As you regain your breath, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
1 sec. Does danger sense apply to this? I think it's just dexterity. Yeah. Here we go. A 4. Well, it's not an at 1.
Brother.
You swing and you are able to cleave into the snake, and it is almost like your vision goes entirely red. And you feel something sort of well up in you. It is similar to like when you rage, but it's
Is it love?
No, it's control, but it is also an urge to just raise hell. It is an urge to start a fight, and you also very similarly, or not similarly, you don't know this, but you also hear a voice in your head. Good job, hun. Why don't you start a fight? And you, for the next day, you get to add 1d8 to your attacks.
Day? Did you say day?
For the next day, you get to add 1d8 to your attack. You can decide whether that d8 goes to your attack rolls or your damage rolls. But you just feel this red kind of well up and swell inside your head, almost thundering to the point of like a migraine. And you hear that voice sort of goading you on. Go on, huh? Start a fight. It's what you're good at. You know that.
Oof. Good to know. I'm definitely going to play into that.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I can't do anything with my turn anymore. But I already got my next turn planned out. Yay!
All right. Let me see. You take so that's the 1d10 plus 5 damage. That's 8. That's that snake. So gosh, math, heck. Hold on. Cecile, it is your turn. The snake in your room has exploded.
So is my bedroom floor on fire?
It is your bedroom floor. Sorry, I can't math. Your bedroom floor is smoldering. There's some smoke rising up from where the snake used to be, but it is not on fire.
So I will use my free interaction with the environment that I get once per turn to push the dirty clothes on the floor as far away from the smoldering part of the floor as I can.
Okay, you can do that. It smells a little, but it's fine.
And then I will leap into the other room and see
All right.
what's going on there.
You see Skuka looking surprisingly like bruised and battered, but still unconscious. You see Seth and you see your brother standing over another snake with a ferocity in his eyes that you have not seen before.
That's saying a lot for Seth.
I was like, you've seen something similar when Seth gets into like fights and Seth wrestles and Seth essentially rages. This is something, it is almost more calculated and cold in the way that he looks.
Okay.
But there's a snake there on the ground, and you are able to get to it with your movement on your turn if you would like to do it.
I would like to, but how bad is Skuka doing here? Seriously.
I don't know. How does Skuka look?
Skuka looks a little battered and bruised, but, you know, he doesn't look worse than that one time after the club when everyone got in a ruck, and, you know, he got a bit of a fat lip, but, and you all ended up down the police station, but he lived.
So if I use my turn to kill this snake, I can heal you next turn, and you'll live those 6 seconds. Okay.
Probably. He'll only need some stitches. You're right.
Fine. Okay. That snake is taking 3 punches to the head.
All right. Swing those punches.
Sakyand. Punch. Assuming that's a hit.
I don't see it.
Oh,
Anyway.
that's unfortunate. Let me try again.
Maybe it'll catch up in a second.
Give it a moment.
There it is.
You see it? Okay.
All right. A 20 does hit. You can roll me that sweet, sweet damage.
Sweet damage. So here's my bludgeoning damage, and I am going to Divine Smite it again.
All right. Give me that Divine Smite, and again, you will have to roll me 1d100.
44.
44. You see again that flicker, and you hear that itch in the back of your head, that sort of hoarse laughter. But the light around your hand stays true and radiant, and you're able to land that radiant damage, and that does 10 damage total.
Yep.
Sweet. All right.
I'm attacking again.
And 18 hits as well.
And some damage. And
5.
you know what? Go big or go home. I'm using Divine Smite again.
All right. You'll need
I
to
like
roll
to,
me
I like to roll
1d100.
my wad. Right, in the middle of the night on snakes. Apparently, this is a family-friendly channel.
Thanks.
Roll one.
Thanks. I'm so happy. This time you are
58.
almost like you are able to. You have a better handle on it. You can sort of feel when that sickly green radiance starts to flicker around your hand, and you are able to almost forcefully push it back, and that radiant hit lands true. That is 11. This thing still standing, but it
All right,
looks
for my last attack, I'm going to still an unarmed attack, but for flavor purposes, I'm kicking it with my Minotaur hoofs.
do it.
Why won't you die, snake? 17.
17 is enough. I will say you don't have to roll damage because it has exactly 1 hit point left. So you
Rolling damage anyway.
yeah, do it.
I'm not gonna Divine Smite though.
Stomp into it. You drive your hoof into this thing's head, and in a puff of red dust, it and dissipates, and it is gone. With that, Skuka. Unless there's anything else you want to do, Sisira, but I think you used up all your actions.
I've used up my turn, yes.
Sisira, in your space, you see one of the snakes that was on fire just in another fiery explosion, and now
Do you
there's
mean
only one
Skuka?
left.
You mean me, right?
Yes, Skuka. Sorry.
Yeah, you said
Sorry.
Sisera. I was very confused. Right.
Nope. Sorry. DM slip. My bad.
It's all good. You're
Skuka.
good. I'm very familiar with the DM slip. That sounds Terrible. Carry on.
You see one of the two remaining snakes. It's already sort of melting from this fire that you lit up around it, and this one just sort of seems to just sink back into the oil around you. You are bruised and hurting, but there is only one left.
Okay, now, Mackenzie, I want to double check my understanding of the, you know I like to do weird and wonderful multi-classes with strange abilities and things, right?
Yes.
Magic rules.
Uh-huh.
I can do a level 1 spell slot, right? Or a bonus action spell slot and an action.
Yes.
What happens in the event of an action surge?
In the event of an action surge,
Can I cast another spell?
alright, because these are my homebrewed rules, and I said you can cast as many leveled spells as you want in a turn, as long as you stick to action economy and you don't try to turn a bonus action into an action. You can cast a spell as an action during an action surge. If
Fantastic. So before I go ahead and do it, I want to tell you my plan. I have 2 spells.
Okay.
One is
Okay.
called Ice Knife, where you throw a bit of ice at someone and it explodes, and the other one is Catapult, where you catapult an object towards a creature and do a bunch of damage. What I'm thinking is I take the Ice Knife, throw it up in the air, and then catapult it at the thing, doing 3d8, then 1d10, and then it explodes, and there's 1d6.
Okay. I will say because Ice Knife is a ranged spell attack and you are shooting it upwards, you won't have to make an attack roll for. Does Catapult require an attack roll?
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, I will say you will still need to make an attack roll on the Ice Knife, with the AC being your spellcasting modifier. So you're going to have to roll me the attack for the Ice Knife. The attack has to beat your spellcasting modifier in order for Catapult to even be able to latch onto it.
Alright. I'm going to use an advantage. My spell's casting DC is a 14. I'm not the best. Whatever this is.
Should
I'm so glad I used that advantage.
Good lord. Alright. With a nat 20, I'm not going to have you roll for, unless
I'm
you need to do
straight
double
up.
damage.
Yeah, double damage. Straight up, double damage. All the damage, all the damage.
Okay. You're gonna have to roll me an attack roll with Catapult then to actually hit the snake.
I can't do an attack roll with catapult.
Oh, then never mind.
I can roll it, and you'll get a an amount of damage there. It's a DC. It's a dex save thing. So.
All right, I will roll a dex save for this bad boy. Actually, you know what? On a nat 20, I'm not gonna have it roll. It auto fails on a nat 20.
Cool. There's the ice knife damage.
All right. Then that is the double.
Oh yeah, it automatically rolls 2
doubled.
dice. So 10,
right.
26.
Then it explodes, I'm assuming.
And hang a minute, that is what kind of damage is that?
I think there's one more thing that it does.
That's a 1d8. That's a 1d10. Shroud of Ice, it takes 1d10 piercing damage, and then it does 2d6 cold damage, which it doesn't look like it's rolled. So I'll throw in the 2d6 cold damage. Do I roll 2d6 here?
Yeah, go ahead. You have to roll me an extra. Actually, roll me an extra 2d6 for the crit.
Okay, but what I'm doing is, as the ice knife hits, like, you know, like in the movies, you've got that second before something explodes. Skukka's gonna take a deep breath and duck under the oil. I'll roll my damage first. But, like I said,
Okay.
Skukka's gonna take a deep breath and duck under the oil.
Okay. Roll me
What?
a Constitution saving throw to see if you can hold your breath.
Sure. Can I take the healing from second wind first?
Yes.
Nice.
You know the question I'm about to ask. What do you want?
I would like to drown in oil, please. I'll fail.
Okay.
I'm gonna get
Roll
my
me-
mouth and nose full of the stuff.
All right. Roll me a d100. You duck under the oil, and you can hear sort of ricochet, like above you, this shattering explosion of ice. and this thing is obliterated. Bubbles, in your room, you look at this snake, and it just sort of seems to waver there for a moment, and then it is gone, and you can see fractals of ice sort of coating the back of the door and on the ground. And on that, on a 40, let me pull up things. Steffies, if you look at Skuka, it looks like he stops breathing all of a sudden. I will switch music, as you are officially out of combat. Technically, for the most part.
Okay. Can I go over to my roomie over there and give him the magic touch?
Does that lay on hands? Because yes.
Well, it's kind of like when I divine smite through my fists, except instead of channeling superheated, hot, burning death energy, it's super
heated, hot sexual healing. Got
hot sexual healing. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I just got that feeling.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll give
Before
Skuka.
you reach out to touch him, and it looks like there is the edges of his physical figure seem to fizzle into red dust, and then he suddenly and teleports across the room, still asleep. And then you see it again flicker, and he teleports again, and he just kind of darts from like couch to chair to on top of Seth to like the floor.
I dash after him as
You can roll me a dexterity check to see if, or an acrobatics check to see if you can actually like touch him as he teleports up to 20 feet for the next minute.
18.
On an 18, let me just roll a. Hold on. I know what I'm gonna roll. Hold on. Where is it? I'm just using that as a DC. Oh, on a nat 20, you are not able to catch him, but eventually after a minute, he stops.
Oof. Is he still alive when he stops?
Skuka, do you ever surface from the oil, question mark?
Well, I probably will try to, yeah. I don't know if I end up getting back up into the ice knife damage or something, but when I get a mouthful of oil and it goes up my nose and starts running down the back of my throat and all that horrible stuff, I start choking, and I'm going to try and stand up as quick as I can.
It's interesting that it's like, you've heard of the substance where it's like liquid, but you can breathe it. That's what it feels like. You can weirdly breathe this in as you sort of swallow it. Like, it takes you a moment to get used to it.
I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I try and spit it out immediately. No, I'm drowning. I know I am. It's a dream.
You can almost feel like it's weird because this is not your physical body, but at the same time, you almost feel yourself lose physicality and sort of like
I'm doing the Heimlich on myself. Come on, live, damn you, live.
You almost feel yourself sort of shift and just sort of jolt around this invisible space as like whatever you swallowed seemed to like mess with you in terms it just like it is almost like that wild magic you feel whenever you cast something, but like it's further out of your control than wild magic is. After a minute though, it stops. Skuka is finally, I'm gonna say, just if I can, Skuka finally stops teleporting in Seth's arms. If I can, may I take this?
You're teleporting into my arms?
He has no control over it. So yeah, his final teleport as a minute finishes is into your arms.
I can Princess carry Skuka if he wants me to.
I don't mind. Wherever you put me, I have no control over this wild magic. It's kind of the point.
Because like the Seth is like, he's not feeling too good. He didn't like that feeling of being that angry, and I was gonna say he's gonna like just sit on the floor where he is.
Yeah. Skuka ends his teleporting for a minute in Seth's arms, and at that point you are able to wake up, Skuka. You are still hurting, but you are able to wake up. Snuggle gently against Stephius' chest.
Yeah.
I mean, hello?
I just had the weirdest fucking dream.
Do you want to talk about it?
Oi. Well, there were snakes and flammable oil, and I made a lot of fire.
Well, there was snakes here too. No oil though.
That's...
Did you summon something or?
I don't think I summoned anything, but at the same time, I sometimes tap into things I don't really understand.
I understand the feeling. I mean,
Well, since Skuka seems fine, I'm counting heads and realizing that we were all attacked and Bubbles is nowhere to be seen. So I'm gonna go make sure she's all right.
At that moment, Bubbles swings open the door. What was that?
I'm gently cradling Skuka.
I know.
I just look like
What's
it's
happening
perfectly
there?
normal. We don't know. I had a dream.
Yeah, you were in my head. And
I
so
bet
I
I-
woke up.
I bet I was.
Okay. It sounded like you needed help. I mean,
Oh, yes. No, I messaged you in my dream. I said, help me.
Yes.
There's a snake attacking me.
it's a different dream. Yes. Are you okay? You don't look okay. And she like rushes up to Skuka in Steph's arms and just kind of like bends down and like checks him out.
It's got a bit of a fat
bruises
lip.
and cuts.
You know.
Hey, did any of you also get a voice in your head?
Just his, I think.
Well, I was talked to by a weird snake that was calling itself Apotheosis. Apotheosis? Prophecy? Something like that.
Yeah, and the floor just spontaneously lit on fire when I punched one snake. On that note, I go make sure that my bedroom is not like still on fire.
Your bedroom is not on fire.
Okay.
Also, now that Skuka has stopped teleporting, you can lay on Hanson if you would like.
Ooh. Are you okay, Skuka?
I
He
mean,
seems okay.
You
He's
know,
awake.
I've been worse.
Yeah, so he's fine. Do you need a pick me up though?
I mean,
you-
you know, just like a little, just like a maybe just a tenner. You know,
Just a little pat on the back.
I
It's a
take this
little
quite
one.
literally and pick him up by standing up more.
that's.
He said
I
he needed
will-
to pick me up, so I'm picking him up more.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you so much.
I will reach over and lay my hand on Skuka, granting him 5 hit points.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
If you look out the window right now, you can kind of see the like an eek of sunlight sort of creeping up. You slept for pretty long, but you can see like it's not like the sunrise is happening yet, but it's just right before when the sky goes from like dark to slightly lighter purple, lighter blue. So you're probably looking at like 5-ish in the morning right now.
Bubbles, are you okay? Did you end up? Was there snakes in there too?
Yeah, but it like left really quickly. I tried something and it didn't work really well. It worked a little bit, but I'm fine. I didn't get hurt.
That's good.
Where's Udon? And she goes rushing back inside the room to make sure her snack is okay.
Udon is entirely unfazed by everything, as Udon is wont to do. Just kind of curled there, grumpily on the bedside table. Just kind of looks at you like, you left. How
I know.
dare you leave me?
I'm so sorry. And she picks him up and she gives him a snuggle and he like wraps around her arm and she'll just take her little finger and just like kind of pet him right between like the little ridge.
It does the snake equivalent of.
And I go back out with Udon.
And you can. Udon is there, and Udon is slightly happier than he was before.
I like pat Cepheus's like cheek. I'm like, Cepheus, I really appreciate the pick me up. I really do. But do you reckon you could set me down again now? That'd be fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I thought you teleported here or showed up here. I thought this is what you wanted.
Okay, whatever the story is, I don't mind. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Love Lindy, for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you all doing?
Welcome, Lindy.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll just like kneel down a little bit and set Skook on his feet.
Thank you.
So no one else heard the voice?
That's what happened to you. You heard a voice?
Yeah, a woman's, man's, something.
It sounded female.
Thank you. A woman's voice, just telling me. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
No, Cepheus. If you heard something, this night has been strange enough as it is. It's possible you weren't dreaming. Tell us more.
She just told me to fight and basically havoc.
And that's when your eyes went red?
Made me angry, yeah.
How do you feel now?
Kind of tired. I don't like that feeling. Getting angry is something I don't like to do. Seth's watch will go off with a little alarm and he'll slap it and turn it off.
I can make breakfast.
I'd get the kettle on. It's morning.
Oh,
Actually, you can't make breakfast because we need to go out and pick up eggs.
Yeah,
Which we were gonna do.
Groceries.
We were gonna wake up before everyone else and go get the eggs, but
Everyone's up.
yeah, everyone's up.
Bad snakes.
Yeah.
I can
I'll go get some eggs, I guess.
I can still make tea. I'll make yours when you get back. How's that?
Sounds good. I'll go get the eggs.
I will say, for the sake of time, you are able to get the eggs. You're able to get breakfast. Because you aren't doing anything strenuous, I will let you continue taking this as a rest, and you can again take the benefits of a long rest if you like.
Score.
Very nice.
If there's anything specific you would like to do during this breakfast period, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to fast forward for the sake of time. You get breakfast, you get eggs. If there's any conversations you want to have, let me know.
Wait, are we splitting the party or are we staying together?
Well, I think Cicera was just gonna go get eggs real quick, and then Mac was just gonna have him come back, and then.
Okay.
We were just
needed
getting
something.
groceries to make breakfast in the morning. That was it.
Cool.
So, Skuga, you are alone in the apartment with Bubbles for a hot sec.
That's kind of what I might have been thinking.
Okay.
Would you like to play out anything during that time period?
Here's a cup of tea. You're alright. I didn't get bitten or nothing, or slammed or set on fire or.
No, none of those things. Did any of that happen to you?
Well, I might
mean-
have got constricted and then bitten and then submerged under oil. But it was all a dream, I think, because when I woke up, I felt a lot better than I had done before.
Okay. I mean, but they were here in real life too. I mean, snakes, right? Or these weird chaos worms.
Really weird. Really weird.
Okay.
But other
Very
than
weird.
that, was the night's sleep alright? Is my bed alright?
Yeah. It's pretty comfortable. Pretty comfortable. No complaints. No complaints. Did you, aside from your terrible dream, have a good night?
From what I remember, I don't really, remember much of my sleeping, to be honest, which is a good thing, I would say. I would say that's a good sign of a good night's rest.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Yeah. This whole end of the world business, this is kind of heavy, right?
I mean, yes. But I promise you this doesn't happen every time you skip class.
I mean, I want to believe you. I really do. I'm very
you wanna-
concerned.
Talk about what happened at the diner at all. You seemed real upset and we haven't really had a chance to talk.
I mean, sure. Yeah, no doubt. Definitely want to talk about it.
I mean, you seem
Now
pretty
who-
upset.
No. I'm just wondering who this person is that
Oh.
everybody says you should get in touch with or that they're gonna go tell. I mean, everybody's comparing me to this person. I should at least know who I'm being compared to.
I'm really sorry
Oh,
about
but-
that. I didn't expect any of that from any of them people. You think people are decent enough, and then it turns out that you can't even trust anyone in a gang known as the Dread Mischief. She runs the gang, all right? Her name's Jack. We sort of had a thing. We were kind of together. Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of.
What does that even mean?
Well, there wasn't really any, relationship there, but we had a lot of fun. You know what I mean? Sort of friends with benefits.
Oh, okay. Got it. And she has some sort of control on literally everyone we talk to.
I don't think she has control over literally everyone. She just, she runs a gang, and you know how gangs are. They run protection and stuff like that.
I don't know how gangs work. You could explain it to me. I mean, what kind of activities do they do? Like scrapbooking, or do they play basketball, or is it like a dance troupe?
They're a biker gang.
A biker.
Yeah, biker gang. And they like to cause a bit of mischief here and there. Hence the name, I
mean,
guess.
it's in the
Dread
name.
Mischief.
Yeah.
They don't go around setting things on fire or hurting people. Not too much anyway. But they might. They might maybe bust up an arcade now and then or something like that.
An arcade? They work in coins.
To be fair, I was never a part of the gang. But Jack was quite hot, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. No doubt. Okay. Right. She was pretty hot. Got it. Cool. It's all good. I'm fine with this.
Bubbles, when you say you're fine
Obviously,
with this, it sounds a lot like.
type means what now?
Look, listen. When you say you're fine with this, I'm getting a distinct impression. Call it some sort of profound insight, which I shouldn't by rights have. That you're not alright with this.
I might not be. I'm fine. I mean, she's pretty hot. I mean, she's hot from what you say, and that she controls everyone that you know. And it's totally fine. If it's cool with you, I'm gonna go wash my face, and I'm gonna go change out of my flannel pajamas, which are covered in soot of some kind or red goo. I don't know if it's still there. And we can try
Relatively
to.
clean.
Wait,
Oh,
Bubbles.
okay, good.
Yeah, she was hot and we had fun. She was fun, but she's not like you. You're different.
I've heard that. Heard that a couple times.
No, but I mean, there's something else about you.
Yeah, like what?
I don't know, honestly. I just feel it. I don't know. You just make me feel different.
You like me, don't you?
Well, you know, we've kind of been like dating for at least a week
You
and a half.
like really like me though. You like me.
Shut up. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. You like me. Is it because my skin is so glowy? Is it because my hair
Anyway,
is so shiny?
your pajamas, you know, that you need to, you know, they're all ruined and stuff. Weren't you gonna go wash your face or something?
Yeah, no, I think I might drink the rest of my tea.
Oh, well, I'd love that. All right, I like you.
Good. I like you too. We gotta fix that lip though. She'll go to your freezer and she's guessing you have ice in there.
There's bound to be something in there. In fact, that's probably all there is. You know the freezers that are extremely iced over?
Yeah, she'll just like kind of take like the closest silverware and just start kind of like knocking off like chips of ice off the side of the freezer. And she'll put it in like a towel. And she'll come and she'll sit closer to Skaka and she'll put it against your lip.
You know, Bubbles. Said my lip would feel a lot better if you were to kiss it better.
She will. She'll give it just a little peck. And then she'll like flush bright red. And then she'll put the ice in your face. And then she'll go and she'll change. Out of embarrassment.
I think that is a great place to end. Is there anything that Saphira and Steph want to talk about while they were in private at the store? Or are you good?
Steph?
Leaving them alone won't be awkward, will it?
No, they're fine. I'm sure they're both fine. You know.
You're giving me a face.
Well, you know, snakes attacking in the middle of the night. It's like bonding for relationships, isn't it? I'm sure they're fine.
Is that what snakes in the night is? Is that
No.
like a saying I don't?
Were they really snakes? They were kind of like big worms. I don't know. Snakes don't usually burst into flames.
I will say though, snakes in the night sounds better than worms in the night.
You're right on that, brother. You're right on that. You could tell the story. You'd probably tell it better.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll find out if it's awkward when we get back. It shouldn't be.
They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. Are you fine? You were weird there.
Yeah, I'm.
Actually, you know, I didn't want to say anything in front of the others, but you know what you reminded me a little bit of there? Reminded me a little bit of Dad.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're all right?
She said some things. The voice, whatever it is, said some things that Dad would have said. in fact, things that I remember Dad saying.
Mac, I'm gonna tip my sunglasses, which of course I'm wearing, even though it's, even though it's like 8 a.m. and we just got out of bed or whatever. I tip my sunglasses and I pop my divine sense to see if there's anything unusual that my divine sense might pick up.
Roll me a check with your spell. Roll me a spell casting check. So it's going to be charisma plus your proficiency bonus.
Charisma plus my proficiency bonus.
Yes, please.
Okay. I will roll a charisma check plus my. Oh yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now let's do this. 21.
Ooh, on a 21. The minute you flip down your shades, it's interesting because you get. It is almost like there is a sense of the celestial just kind of coming from around you. You're not entirely sure where, but like the edges of your vision are almost tinged with the celestial aura. But you are able to kind of peer through it, and centered on Cepheus, there is in fact an aura of celestial power, as well as a slight aura of fiendish power. You can't tell entirely where one ends and where the other begins, but you can tell something is there. There's also something kind of coming from around you.
Brother, I usually am one for words, but I don't really know what to say about this. It's been a weird night. And just do me a favor and tell me if you hear those voices again, okay?
I'll try.
Okay, and I think with that, unless there's anything else you would like to do while you are alone, I will say that you are able to get your eggs. Nothing weird happens. It's surprisingly normal. It is almost worryingly normal how quickly and easily you were able to get these eggs. And you're able to go back, cook breakfast. I don't know how awkward it is when you get back. Stuka and Bubbles, how awkward is it when these two brothers get back to the apartment?
I mean, it depends. Do they come back while Bubbles is still changing, or does Bubbles still come out? Do we get like a chance to I don't know, find a scene they can walk in on?
I mean, Bubbles is probably able to change. They probably took a while to actually get to the store and get the eggs and stuff. You probably have I'd say a good 15 minutes after Bubbles is done changing and getting ready.
Oh, so not long then. We're probably just drinking tea. I wouldn't say it's awkward, would you, Bubbles?
No, probably not. I'd probably have books out. Just kind of skimming, trying to see if I can find anything relating to chaos snakes.
If you want to do that, you can actually roll me an investigation check.
Oh, I'd love to. That was a 12.
On a 12, you're able to skim through the same book that gave you that when you looked at earlier, you saw the snake in a ring, the red snake chasing its own tail, and you saw it move the very first time you looked at it. It is not moving right now, but you're able to kind of skim through it. There isn't a lot. The information itself is, as I've said, it is very heavily written in theory and in concepts, and there isn't anything super factual or confirmed fact in that text, and it's a little wordy to sift through. From what you are able to gather, these sorts of chaos magic surges are rare, but there have been a couple of people who've claimed to have, when they had wild magic, sometimes these would come up halfway in between dream and reality. It is tied to the chaotic essence of wild magic itself, but why most of the things they mention in the book are maybe a case of one snake no bigger than a garter snake. These snakes were big, and there were 3 of them, and you have not seen anything of this frequency or magnitude before. Or the author has not mentioned anything of this frequency or magnitude.
Okay, perfect. And that's probably what Bubbles is going to be doing until they get back.
Okay, so you walk in on a perfectly normal, not awkward scene, and you are able to make breakfast. What do you want to do with the rest of your day?
We have to call Coraline.
That's true. We have a mission.
We have to go to the beach.
We do have to go to the beach.
Do have to go to the beach.
We talked last night a bit about splitting up so we could hit all these locations in less time. We want to do that?
How do we feel about that after the attack?
I mean, I like going to the beach.
I don't know. M
Beaches
said
are
for us
cool.
to not split up. M said so.
Well, M said so. Then I guess we should listen.
She's scary. And kind of hot. Scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not get that at all.
No, what did you get?
I don't know. Just I didn't actually really look, to be honest. I was just doing some laundry.
Is she scary? I mean, she just comes off as, I don't know, small. But I mean, that's kind of most people.
Cepheus.
No, her eyes were old. Very old.
I thought her eyes had a nice glitter to them.
Fuko, were you gonna say something?
I know. You know, I'm shocked, Cepheus, that you can you can just look at people like they're small, like, you know,
Well, not character. What? Like,
kind of like painting everyone with
No.
the same brush, don't you think? Like, you know.
I mean, I'm just talking about like how tall people are.
Don't worry, I'm just joshing with you.
Don't be mean to him.
Sorry, Bubbles.
Josh.
Yes, Kuka, don't be mean to him.
Who's Josh?
Don't worry about it, Seth. Probably some asshole.
Probably, yeah.
Just like a stupid grin come on Seth's face. Just probably.
Okay, so quick question for, I guess, Sira and Skuka. Would your apartment have a telephone?
Have a
A
what?
landline, a telephone, a landline.
Oh, I don't know. We might have one somewhere, but I wouldn't have a clue where it is. Maybe Sarah would know.
We did. I think. Wait a second. I dig through some stuff on the kitchen table, and I pull out a bill that says "Final Notice," and I says, "Yep, our landline got disconnected. We didn't pay the bill."
That'll be the one. Yes.
Okay. So if you do want to make a phone call, you will have to use a payphone booth.
There's a payphone just down the street at the laundromat, actually.
Okay. Do I still have the brochure easily at hand?
Oh yeah, there was like 3 copies in the thing I gave you. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I mentioned it like 3 times. There were multiple
You
copies.
did.
I lost track of when I mentioned it, so we're just gonna say each time I mentioned it was a different copy, and there's 3 of them.
Man, he likes to collect things about this woman. It's weird. Okay. Then I'll grab all my stuff, all my book bag, my snake. And I'm like, all right, we're ready to go. Breakfast up. Fed? Cepheus? You good? You good, buddy?
Yeah, I've eaten some.
I need just 1 second. I duck into my my bedroom. 2 minutes later, I come back out wearing, a hot red bathing suit. We're going to the beach, right?
You are, in fact, going to the beach.
With a towel over my shoulder, and yeah.
Right there
Still
in the lounge.
Still the sunglasses.
Right there in the lounge. Scud goes, "Oh yeah, right, good idea." Chucks his shirt off, just throws it away and prestidigitates it in one movement, and just grabs a shirt that he just throws on over the top. There we go. Beachwear. Still wearing
Should
exactly the same clothes from the waist down.
Should I change?
Did you want to borrow a bathing suit?
If you have one.
Yeah, sure. I got a spare. I give Seth a bathing suit.
little tight.
It's probably very tight.
How short are those shorts?
You know, Seth and I are both very tall, but he's much bigger in other ways. But yeah, so it's probably very tight.
We're talking like
mean?
Speedo tight.
Tight enough. You
What?
can probably get it on, but you know, tight.
It's not super tight. It's not. It's fine. It's fine. It's suitable. You can go outside without drawing too much attention. We'll just say it's that. But it's just slightly wedgy. Just a slight wedgie.
Fair. I guess beach. Do you have a towel I could borrow?
No, I have multiple bathing suits, but only one towel.
You didn't bring a towel, Cepheus. Like, you should always keep a towel handy. It's like some kind of universal law or something. What?
Okay.
That's fine, Seth. You could just air dry.
It is very warm. You dry. It's you know, it is crisp fall, but also like I'm based in this area of Southern California, so you know what? It might as well be 80 degrees in October. It's fine. So, Bubbles, you're going across the street to talk to make a phone call? Yes. Is anyone going with her?
No, I would probably let Seth go and try and stick around with Cicera for just a moment. You know, like I'll give him a look. You know.
Okay. Do we want to do Bubbles and Seth first, or do we want to do Good Secure first?
It's up to you.
Nose goes. All right, it's Kuka and Cicera first.
Okay.
So like as they walk out down the door, like Skuka like holds up a finger and like counts to 10. Cicera, I'm in trouble.
And
Thank you very much for the raid, Party Wipe Games. Thank you. Look. All right.
what else is new?
I don't know. I've fallen into a trap somehow. I don't know how it happened, but here I am playing the long game. You know, doing the thing where you do the thing, and then next thing you know,
Relationships? We're talking about relationships, right?
yes, of course I'm talking about relationships. And the next thing you know, then the next thing you know, I'm like sitting there and she's like saying about how you know other people are hot and stuff, and I'm like, oh, we're saying well you're not the same and that sort of thing. And then she's like, ha, you like me?
Attracted to somebody else.
Sorry, what?
She's attracted to somebody else, you say?
I don't know. I don't think so. That was me saying that other people are hot. But like, then she tells
You're
me.
attracted to someone else.
No, I was just saying that my ex was hot.
You don't say. You said the ex was hot.
What's wrong with that? She was.
You don't say the ex is hot.
You don't?
I mean, I've never been in a serious relationship, and even I know that.
Damn it. Well, it's too late now. I did it. But then she looked upset. So I thought, right.
You said the ex was hot.
Right.
In her mind, that means the ex is hotter than her. That she's just second best.
Oh, God damn it. No, that's not what I meant.
Well, that's what she heard. Because I know all about women. No, I don't. I really don't.
Right. Well, all right. But anyway.
But I know this.
Anyway.
You don't say the ex is hot.
Okay, well, I fucked up on that count. All right. I messed that up. But then she looked sad. So I was like, well, yeah, but you know, that's because you're different. And like, you know, and then I
Wait. What exactly did you say?
hang on a minute. What exactly did I say? I said like, it's because you're different. You know, you're you. Like, you know, I feel different around you.
So first you said your ex was hot, and then you said it's okay because she's different.
Like,
In other words, she's not hot.
no, that's not what I meant. I meant, look, she called me out on it. She told me that.
Well, yeah.
She told me that She told me that I liked her, and then I couldn't deny it.
You do, don't you?
But that's the problem.
I'm confused.
We've been
Wait.
dating for you said it yesterday, for nearly 2 weeks.
Yeah, more than 2 weeks now.
I'm losing my touch. I'm a different person than I should be. Who am I? What's even going on? I don't know. Something happened.
What are you saying, Suka?
I don't know.
We're about to go to a beach. Are you going to be able to contain yourself?
Yes, of course I shall. I'll be fine. You saw me when you were here. We were just having a nice conversation. I didn't look panicked at all.
Skuka, do you need to roll me a deception check on that?
I'll choose to fail.
Skuka's obviously lying, like the liar he is.
Skuka, this isn't just like, pardon my term, another Jackie. This girl has feelings. And you're gonna hurt them.
I'm out of my depth, Sarah. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing.
So tell her that. Wait, no, don't tell her that. Do not tell her that relationships are out of your depth, especially after you told her that your ex was hot.
I told her that we... Oh, no. I told her that we were, like, friends with benefits as well.
What?
I told her about me and Jackie, you know, about how we were. Should I, like, just go and throw myself off the roof or something?
I think so, mate.
And I think with that, we should pan over to Bubbles and Seth. Everything's fine with you two. How are you? Let's go make a phone call.
Let's go make a phone call.
Going on a
conversation.
Her favorite rocket ship.
It was the perfect spot to end it. Should you throw yourself off the roof? Maybe.
Check up just in case.
All right. You were able to go across. The laundromat isn't super far away. It's actually within like a 5-minute walk. The laundromat itself looks closed. There aren't any cars in the parking lot, but you can see a battered old phone booth in just sort of parked on the or clustered on the side of the building. It's a copper to make a call.
Okay, I'll take a copper.
Do you have a regular sized copper?
I have a regular sized copper. I do. All
right.
I have a quick question. What's the professor's name again?
Professor Vindler.
Vindler. Okay. All right. I will put a copper in. I will take the phone, and I will.
Good dial.
Boop, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop.
Bop, bop. It rings for a little bit, and then you hear something pick up. Hello, welcome to Morbid Curiosities, the one-stop shop for everything dangerous, deadly, and dastardly. How can I help you?
Hi. I was told to call this number. I'm looking for a Coraline.
This would be Coraline. How can I help you?
Hi, Coraline. My name is Bubbles. And Professor Vindler asked me to call you because we saw some kind of like celestial wolves. And since then, we now know that the world tree is splintering and it is the end of days. And so we are supposed to get in touch with you. Hi.
There is a moment of silence and then a very quiet, oh. Well then, give me one moment. And then you can hear her step away from the phone. You can kind of hear her still talking. If you want to try and listen into what she's saying, you can make a perception check, but if you don't want to be rude, then you don't have to.
I would probably say that she'd like move the phone down a little bit to tell Cepheus she had to step away for a second. She'd like keep waiting until she hears.
You can hear a little like you can hear her voice kind of muffled in the background, and then another a deeper, more masculine voice kind of responding. And then she goes, "Okay, yes, hi. Well, if the professor sent you, then well, pardon my language, but shit. How many pieces exactly did the professor give you?"
We have the one piece
Okay.
from Professor Vinler, and then we might have heard something about another piece somewhere close. To be determined later. But yeah, it's just the two, and it's only the 3. Am I right?
Yeah, you would be correct. There is only 3. I don't know how to put this lightly, but you are correct about the whole. Well, I don't know about the end of days thing, but with the world tree being broken, things might go a little bumbly if we don't get things back soon. So,
Oh, we got attacked by chaos things last night. One of them.
World's going bumbly. You might
Yeah.
want to hurry. Once you get all 3, we'll be able to help you from there. We were supposed to help the professor, but if he's not here, then again, pardon my language, shit.
Right, shit. Okay. Well, is there a place? We're not sure where to get the 3rd one, but we could get the 2nd one, and then should we meet you somewhere?
You can, morbid curiosities. It's the museum my husband and I run together. You can meet us here. It's, where exactly? Are you by the university?
Yes, kind of. We're
Okay.
at Maury's laundromat right now.
Oh, okay. That's still really close. It's only about a 15-minute drive from the university. We're a
Right.
small little garden museum sort of thing. Can't really miss us. But once you find all 3, you can come talk to us and we'll be able to help you then. And if I hear anything about the other 3rd, I'm not terribly good at the research thing. That's sort of my husband's thing. I just have to maintain. I maintain some of more of the magical things. He's more better at the searching and opening and finding things, sort of that thing. But once you figure that out, we'll be able to help you further. I have permission to message you.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What is your name again? Bubbles, correct?
Bubbles. Yes.
Bubbles.
Yes,
All
that's me.
I will try and message you if I find anything. It might be a little fast, or the message might be a little crackly. But if I notice anything, I will let you know as soon as possible. Thank you so much. I'm sorry you got wrapped up into this.
You know, it happens. You know.
I mean, life has a funny way of doing things. And then actually in the background you hear a little kid just sort of go, Mom! And then you hear Coraline go, I think that is my cue to leave. So, again, let me know if anything happens. Best of luck. I feel like you might need it.
Thanks. I think.
Excellent.
Okay. Bye.
Hi.
Like,
So I heard some of that.
yes, and I'll tell you. So she doesn't seem to know where the splinters are, the shards. But we're supposed to bring them to her when we find all 3. So I think the faster we get to the beach, the better.
She didn't know where the 3rd shard. Didn't the professor say she would?
I mean, I think he said just to get in touch with her, right?
Yeah.
I look back at my own notes.
You would be correct.
Just
It
said
was just
Okay, cool.
call.
Yeah, just to call her. I don't think he said anything. I mean, we barely talked to him. We might have to find him after we find the 2nd one. We have to see what's going. Actually, can I try to message him?
You certainly can.
Jeez. Okay. I try to message him. I'm like, hold on. Let me try something.
What do you tell him? You don't have again. I'll remind you, message is not a word limit. You can talk as long as you want.
Okay. Hey, Professor. So we have an intel on some of the shards. Just trying to get in touch with you because they're the last one we're not quite sure about. We think you might know. So if you could just give me a call or a message back, that'd be great. Or if we can meet up, because I mean, we were supposed to meet you at the bookstore, but we haven't seen you since. You were fighting those wolves, and so now we're really freaked out. We were just attacked by chaotic snake things. So yeah, give us a message back. Thanks.
About a minute passes, you don't get a response.
So because I haven't heard from him, I'm very concerned. He
Maybe.
needed to talk to me about my paper.
Does that go out of signal? Like maybe he's out of signal.
Maybe. Does it? But I know that it goes out of signal.
It does. It does have a radius. In this universe, the radius has been greatly extended, but because I'm just gonna say, it's the equivalent of telephone wires, but there's little copper wires that are like on telephone poles. And the messages kind of is able to hop between them. But even then, messages will lose their strength after a certain radius.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, yeah, he'd have to be pretty far away, I think.
I mean,
I'm
if
concerned.
he's looking for the shards, maybe it's far away from anywhere that you can get a message.
That's a good point.
Just have to keep trying.
Okay. I'll try when we get maybe to the beach. Maybe I'll try again at the beach.
He could be at,
Okay.
well, yeah.
Do you think he's at the beach?
It's possible. I don't think he'd be lounging at this time.
No, maybe he has the same intel as us.
I mean, wasn't it his books that were telling us to go to the beach?
No, it was M told us it was at the beach.
Right, laundry lady.
Laundry lady, yes.
So maybe.
Maybe. Let's head back. Let's collect.
How far is it from the telephone booth to the apartment?
5 minutes walk, maybe less than that.
Seth can slow his walk a little. Long strides.
Is there anything in particular you want to do before you get back to the apartment?
Hey, I had some weird stuff happen during that snake thing. You said you heard Skuka in your head?
Yeah. I heard him in my head, but it was telling me to wake up and he needed help. I think it was actually him. Casting a message, almost. But in my dream. What did you hear? I mean, you heard that woman's voice. I mean, did she say anything helpful? Harmful?
She told me something that my dad used to say. That I was just good for fighting. Starting fights.
Why would it do that?
I don't know. Maybe this person knows him. Maybe it was just to get me angry.
I don't think I've ever seen you angry.
Doc Hardfuck, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. So many raids tonight. Thank you, everyone. Come on in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Trying not to get angry. Just as calm as I can stay, the better.
So she said something your dad used to say. Did the voice sound familiar? You know this person, or that this person might know your dad?
Mackenzie?
Yes.
Would I recognize this voice? I thought about it, but I thought maybe you'd tell me, but I'm not sure. So I might as well.
I will say you do not recognize this voice.
No. I mean, she might still know my dad, but I don't know her.
Okay. And did it make you feel any? I mean, I know you said you were upset, but I kind of don't understand why a random voice would come into your head and say something that your dad would say. What was to gain from that? Or was it anything to gain?
I mean, if they wanted me to hurt the people around me, possibly.
Oh no. If you've done that before, you can tell me.
No. Not that I know of, at least. Not in my conscious mind. That was a lot for someone with 4 intellect to say.
Not my conscious mind. He just starts kind of slobbering a little.
Not while I was awake, no.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't hear anything, but I wonder if this is the magic, the plane kind of getting all wonky. I wonder why they would do that.
Well, if Skooka can send you messages in your dream, there's a possibility that that was a message, not just a voice.
I mean, that's true, but it actually made you like feel really angry and want to hurt people. I mean, it just woke me up, and I wanted to go help. And so I'm concerned that they're going to be able to do that again to you, and I don't like that. I don't want anyone taking advantage of you.
I'm just gonna try my best to stay calm. Try not to let it get to me. Cicera said that if it happens again, to talk to him as well.
That's good. You could talk to any of us. And if you want, maybe I can try to look in some of my books and see if I know something that can help you so that they can't do that to you again. I don't know. I'll do research though, because I don't like this.
Thank you. I would be terrified if I hurt any of you.
She will take his very large hand. And it's kind of up a little bit.
Aw, you're so cute. Okay. You certainly can. And with that, I will say you're able to rejoin Skooka and Cicera. Skooka looking slightly more flustered than usual, but it's probably fine. Don't worry about it.
Like, probably as they're coming up the stairs, they're probably... What do I do? What do I do, Cicera? What do I do next?
You just act cool, okay? Like this. Like that.
All right. I got it.
Yeah, there you go. Just like that.
Oh, can we walk in right now?
Yes, you can. And you too.
Are you guys high?
Yeah. No.
Maybe, who knows? Who
Are you
cares?
sure?
You know, it's...
Are you high?
I mean...
No.
Hi.
That's
Hi.
right. Hi.
Hi.
Beach time?
Beach time. That's the Shade's beach time. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll go and get the car started.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just give you a heads up. Talk to Coraline. She has no idea where the other shards are, but we have to take them to her after we're done finding them all. And I cannot get in touch with the professor. That's what happened on our way on our call.
Huh. Wait,
Let's-
have we been in touch with the professor since we saw him get mauled by wolves?
He messaged you once to tell you to call Coraline, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
at the bookstore.
That was kind of like the same day. We sped away pretty quick. He could have even still been in the fight.
or even it could have been like an after image message thing. Answering machine. Something he left there in the room.
Oh my
that,
god. I never thought of that.
Yeah. Like a magic mouth spell or something like that.
I've heard about a spell like that. I haven't learned it, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, so I mean, for all we know, he's a prisoner of a couple wolves. I mean, we haven't seen him since that fight with the wolves.
Maybe we're alone in this. Maybe it's just us.
I think it would be safe to assume that we don't have help coming.
Okay.
Hope for the best, plan for the worst.
But at least we've all got each other. I'll go get the car started.
All right.
Right.
Roll me that DC 15 sleight of hand. Here we go. My
Also,
favorite
if
part of every episode.
you're using message to leave a message, if there's an answering machine for message,
Yeah.
I don't think that's how message works. Not in this universe, I think. Maybe. Hey, the car starts first time. Maybe it's the sunglasses. Who knows?
There's a loud bang and a puff of
That's
smoke.
never happened before.
Hey, come on now. It's happened a
See?
couple of times. She's a good girl.
I told you, act cool. Play.
Yeah.
Cicera doesn't know what cool is.
Shall we drive?
To the beach.
The beach.
May I ask, can I quickly, just out of morbid curiosity, can I ask who's sitting in the passenger seat and who is sitting in the back with them, assuming they reduced Cepheus?
Bubbles is probably in the back seat again, because I'm guessing Cicera can't really fit in the car literally at all without taking out the roof.
We've
chamber-
established that I don't fit in the back.
Okay. So we have, again,
Honestly,
driving order.
the roof is ruined at this point, Cicera, as I see you sort of like getting your horns and I'm looking at the hose. Why don't you just rip it off?
Wait. So we're actually going for a convertible?
It's sunny today. Let's go for a convertible. Convertible mini.
Roll me a strength check.
This would be a lot easier if my brother wasn't pint-sized, but
I know.
you know, I had it.
Well.
can I assist? Can I try to assist in my tiny body?
Can assist, but with disadvantage.
Strength or athletics?
Strength. Straight strength. This is not athletics.
Okay.
This is straight
Okay.
strength.
Yeah, I rolled an 8.
You try. You get a little bit of the roof off. It's not clean, not by any means. There's
Not
a little
clean.
bit kind of hanging over the backside.
It's a really messy convertible.
Really, like you are able to get this convertible going, but like it is a little sharp and jagged at the edges, and it's not fully like there. But you know what? It passes as a convertible as long as you don't get within 30 feet of it. It's pretty okay.
Sorry, I'll weld off the sharp points later.
That's right. Cool.
Y'all can head to the beach. It is about I'm assuming y'all have been here before, so I'm not going to make you roll to navigate. But it is about a 20 to 30 minute drive, depending on traffic. At this morning hour, it's not that bad. You are able to pass by the buildings of Holland Moore University. And as those sort of tan buildings and palm trees sort of fade off into more battered buildings, single-story houses with roofs, and then trailing into suburbs of houses that are thin and long, 3 stories tall, sharp-pointed roofs and chimneys. You can see people riding their bikes in swimsuits. Some people even have like capes or like flags tied as capes as they streak down the streets. And you're able to pull up to the beach. It is sunny. It is not too crowded. You can feel the breeze sort of blowing through your convertible car. Parking is a little bit of a mess, as it always is, but you're able to find a spot because, oh God, I am not role-playing if you're finding parking at the beach because it's the worst. But you're able to find parking on a long stretch of beach, as well as the, you can see the pier. There is like a Ferris wheel and a small roller coaster and a couple of other small rides along the pier. And then at the very end, there is what looks like a building or a restaurant. Doesn't look like that nice, but it looks sort of more dinerish. And then you do have the pier and the beach. The waves are high and crested with white foam, and you can see surfers out in the waves. You are here at the beach. What would you like to do? If you want to look around and try and get a better sense of the situation, you can roll me a perception check. If you just want to explore, you can do that as well.
I would like a perception check.
All right, roll me a sweet perception check.
Sweet. This is not my best.
Now that we're here, do we know what we're looking for?
13.
On a 13,
Like a bit of a tree,
I'm
maybe it'd
charred.
be like driftwood or something.
Blowy.
on a 13, you don't really see anything. Anything too particular. It's pretty bright out, and so you're still kind of getting used to the light reflecting off the white crest of the waves. You probably notice a couple students that you recognize from school. They're probably ditching class because the day's really nice and honestly valid. But nothing particularly catches your eye.
I'm actually going to as soon as I get to the sand, I'm gonna pop a squat, and I'm going to ritual cast detect magic.
Ooh, okay, you can do that.
I start drawing the runes in the sand.
How long does it take to ritual cast?
10 minutos.
All right, so y'all, the rest of y'all, as Bubbles sits and casts this, y'all have 10 minutes to do what you wish.
While she's doing that, since nothing catches my eye, I'm gonna go over, walk by those fellow students I recognize, and try to catch their eye.
I feel like roll me a performance check.
I'm gonna use one of my banked advantages.
Oh my god.
Boom, 14.
Oh, okay. On a 14, let's see. I'll say if they're students you know, you can just. Would you like to describe them to me?
Let's say, a gang of students. One of them is the football jock of the team. You know, the star football player.
Star football player.
Yeah, and his girlfriend, who is hanging off of his arm. If I catch either of their eyes, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
And then their posse.
I will say the star football player, half orc, almost as wide built as Cepheus is. Very, very, very tall hair, and a very cocky grin on his face, and his girlfriend, an air genasi. Very white hair, kind of falling like clouds on her, over her shoulder on one side, and then she's wearing a very brilliant sapphire blue bathing suit that kind of complements her pale blue, almost white skin. They both kind of catch your eye, but they both look at you and they give you a little wave. But none of them, they don't really seem to be catch your eye wolf whistle catch your eye, but they do notice you and they give you a wave and say, "Hey, I recognize you. You're ditching class too. Sup?" Roll me a perception check though.
Happily.
Okay, on an
11.
I will get back to what you see around the same time Bubbles is finished casting. Skuka and Cepheus, what would you like to do while Bubbles is busy casting?
I want to find a place that sells those wicker hats because I don't have sunglasses.
You certainly can roll me a perception check. Or investigation. Although I think investigation is lower for you because that's an intelligence. No, is it? Yeah, maybe.
A 6.
Okay. On a 6, you have to wander kind of far. And then double back a little. And then go down a side street and then come back. And then you finally find it and it was right there.
If I go with Cepheus, can I help?
Yes, and you can take the 21. And you can find a stall. You have to double. It's a lot quicker. You almost get on the wrong street, and then Skuka points out, "Nope, it's right there," and then you're able to find it. It is one of those corner shops, those kidsy corner shops that kind of sells all those, tourist t-shirts that are black with garish pink writing, or really tourist trap t-shirts. But they do have some wicker hats you can buy. As you are there, on 21, I'll say this, you kind of see a very familiar husky puppy kind of run by, followed by a not so familiar half-elven man, or it looks masculine. You can see bangs kind of covering the forehead, chasing after this husky puppy.
I'm gonna look back at Skuka, who's probably the closest one to me, and just point at it as it's running by. That's the dog from the cafe, isn't it?
Probably. Do you want to catch it or something? Do you want to? I mean, I just want to grab some sun cream.
I was just gonna grab a hat.
I mean,
We chase
have
after.
you seen me? I stay in clubs all night, every night, and sleep through the day. I'm virtually pale blue. I need sun cream.
Can you pick me up a hat, just the biggest one they have? I'll go after.
Sure. Novelty sombrero, got it.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna chase after the person with the dog. I don't know what I'm looking for. I just
You can
want
see
to
the
pet the
puppy.
dog.
The puppy actually kind of stops and kind of turns, and after noticing you, just. And
I'm gonna kneel down as close to the ground as possible.
it runs over to you, and it like kind of bumps against your head. I mean, not your head, your hand, and it bumps its head against your hand and sort of like nuzzles against you. Just, and then the half elven man comes over, and as you get a close look, you can see that same sort of scar down the front of their forehead. Hey, dude, sorry about that. He gets kind of overexcited when he sees people he knows. Yo, sorry, dude.
It's okay. I haven't met you, but I've met the puppy before.
And this half-elven man gives you a wink, and for a moment, it's like their appearance sort of melts a little, and it shifts into Jay. The curly mop of hair, more feminine features, still kind of wearing an oversized like t-shirt and swim trunk shorts. And then she just kind of they just kind of grin, give you a little wink, and then shift back.
So Seth is profoundly confused because he doesn't know if the person is using magic to show the owner to him, or if they're using magic because they are the person and they're using magic currently.
Roll me an insight check with disadvantage.
Roll me an Oh, I don't have a negative for this, so it's 11.
Okay. On an 11, despite your inclination to, despite your difficulty with reading and schooling, you have heard of changelings before. They are rare, but they exist. You are able to sort of piece together, though you're not entirely certain, that Jay might be a changeling.
So you.
I like having a little fun, you know.
Wait, so you are Jay?
Yep. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess that's the easiest way to put it.
I mean, do you want me to call you something else?
I mean, right now, my name's Tony, but Jay's fine too. I really don't care, you know.
Well, I mean, if you prefer Tony, then Tony it is.
All right, Seth. See you around, Phil.
Yeah, see you around. I'll give the dog a little head pat again, and then I'll walk back to Scoot.
And it kind of goes around your feet a little in a circle, and then Tony kind of gives you a little wink, and then ushers River the husky puppy off. Skuka, have you done anything terribly devious in the shop?
No, I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna grab some the largest hat I can find, which is probably gonna be some kind of novelty sombrero, or maybe just an umbrella that I think I could, like, you know, one of them big, like, you know, the big ones that I reckon I could just bend into a hat, maybe. If
You are able to find a sombrero. The sun hats are pretty common, just because a lot of people do, in fact, forget their sunglasses and sun hats. So yeah, you can get it. It is at a fairly exorbitant price, though, because it is a beach shop, and so it is 5 silver.
I pat my pockets to see if I have any gold in them. And I you know, it's expensive, but Cepheus is a good lad, so he deserves it. And then next
that
up,
plus the sun cream.
yeah, then I'm gonna grab a bottle of sun cream as well. Yes.
That'll mean your total is 6 silver.
Sorry?
6 silver.
Total of 6 silver. Oh, the sun cream's cheap as nails. Right, I'll go and place that on the counter then. And look to the shopkeep. You right, fella, are you?
It's a halfling, long blonde hair, sort of pulled up into a top bun. I mean, like, everyone comes here and buys stuff. Like,
Good.
you're not, yeah, it's like business. It's just kind of like what we do.
Just asking if you're alright.
Yeah, I'm fine. Like, no offense, but like, what do you care?
Showing a bit of common interest, you know. Where's your humanity? What are you, some kind of automaton back there? You sit behind that cashier and you lose all your feelings. I'm asking if you're okay, for Christ's sake. Don't worry about it. Just give me my stuff.
Alright, like, I'm totally fine. I was a lot better before you came in. But, like, you know, whatever. It's totally cool. You're
Wow.
fine.
Rude.
Do you want your stuff or, like, not?
Yeah, no, I want it because I need it because it's sunny as hell out there and I'm gonna burn. Just saying, bit of
Okay.
customer feedback. You're rude.
Like, you're paying me anyways, so does it really matter?
Yeah. No tip though. Catch you later.
Cool, fine, whatever.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I just can't say anything right today. I can't say a damn thing right.
No, you can't.
I just really hope Scrat in real life is just as snippy.
You met me in real life.
You're rude.
Okay.
No tip then.
Jesus.
I walk back to the beach, sun-tanning myself up, although if I see a pub, I won't lie, I'll be tempted, but I'll hold off. I'm gonna walk back to the beach.
Alright, I will say this whole interaction takes you a little longer than 10 minutes, so I'm going to pan over to Bubbles. As you finish casting, there are two big things that, well, there are two things that ping off. How far is Detect Magic the radius?
Its radius is 30 feet around me.
At the
Radius
very
30.
edge of your 30-foot radius, towards the ocean. There, you can get a ping of. It's hard to place what kind of magic it is. It feels like almost all of them intertwined. You get that same sort of reading off this shard in your pocket. There is. You get that sort of sense kind of in the ocean. It is at the very edge. You can see it's almost like it's radiating off of something bigger, deep in the ocean. You also get at the very edge of your 30-foot radius, towards kind of where Susira is, a ping off that same sort of ping off a person. Do you care to look?
Yeah. I'll get up and kind of I won't take off anything yet, any of my shoes or anything. I'll go and I'll kind of move slightly forward so I can get a better read on kind of what it is.
This person is sitting at a table kind of outside one of those ice cream shops eating like a popsicle. Half elf, dark skin. For the beach day, kind of clad in a lot of clothes. Sort of skinny jeans and a tank top, a leather jacket kind of slung over her shoulder. A dark-skinned wood elf with a long black braid kind of off one shoulder. You can kind of, as you get closer, you can get the ping off maybe her K-ring. You're not entirely sure.
Okay. And then I probably wouldn't go over to her because I don't know her and that makes me nervous. But the one in the ocean, can I get slightly closer to that one?
You can, as you sort of turn off. Susira, I will say before you go to the ocean, Susira, as you sort of disappointingly do not catch the eye of the football player and his girlfriend, you do kind of notice that same woman sort of give you a half raised eyebrow. And a little bit
Which
of-
woman?
The woman that Bubbles noticed.
The woman that Bubbles, the elf.
Yes, the dark-skinned half-elf with a leather jacket over one shoulder and a black braid.
Well, wearing a leather jacket to a beach is an odd choice, even if it is the fall.
She's not wearing it. She's kind of got a tank top on, but she has the leather jacket kind of slung over one shoulder, just kind of loosely holding it.
I see. I'll walk over.
Do you sit down?
As cool as I can.
She kind of looks at you. Oh, hello, darling.
Hello. I sit down.
It's lovely to see you. Someone like you here. You look fabulous.
Thank you. You ain't so bad yourself.
The beach isn't normally my hangout, but it felt nice. So
What
right.
is normally your hangout?
I normally hang out. It's that, what is it, that bar? What is it, bar with no name? That one. It's quite a fun place.
Really? I've never seen you there.
No wonder you look familiar. I thought I recognized that smile.
What was your name again?
You can call me Jack.
Jack.
And with that, we're gonna pan over to Skuka and Cepheus as they're walking up.
I found you a hat, Cepheus. It was bloody expensive and the shopkeeper was rude. Cepheus, you hear me?
Sorry, spaced out again.
I found you a hat, Cepheus. He said it was bloody expensive and the shopkeeper was rude. Now you're ignoring me too. Have I done something wrong today?
I'm sorry. What do I owe you?
Don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
This is gonna look really bad to you. And Seph's gonna put it on. Seph has horns. He's gonna rip 2 holes in this hat while putting it on.
It works. It works.
Actually, that's quite good. I might have to get some of them myself. Stops it from blowing away in the wind, like.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes I once had someone decorate them. I was asleep, but it was kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Was it actually nice, Cepheus? Were they playing a prank
I
on
mean-
you?
I mean, they didn't put anything bad on them.
Alright. They weren't laughing at you or anything like that?
Maybe a little. But I was also laughing though.
And as you two walk up and you get to the boardwalk, you see Bubbles walking with concern towards the ocean front. And then you can turn and see Skuka sitting with who you recognize, Skuka.
You mean Sarah, but yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. Your last names, I keep slipping them up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault, Mac. It's because our Twitch viewers are shipping Skuka and Sasira.
It's the sunglasses. I'm so sorry. I keep
Oh, it's the
messing up.
sunglasses. Yeah.
It's Sarah sitting with who you recognize, Skuka, as Jack.
Oh. Seth, get down! I grab
He's gonna-
Seth and pull him down behind like a windbreak or something. Just get down!
Skuka?
Roll me a
Skuka?
stealth check. Roll me a stealth check.
Oh,
Is
hell.
Skuka using message? Or are you just shouting my name?
No, Seth. Cepheus.
23.
Oh, to Cepheus, sorry.
Oh, I rolled sleight of hand, but my modifier is the same. Oh, but one's dex.
Okay.
It's still the
It's still the same. It's interesting. Cepheus is able to hide really well. You're able to pull him behind a pillar that fits him perfectly. The problem is, the pillar fits him perfectly. It doesn't have enough room to hide you two. So you kind of pull him behind and then you stumble out onto the other side. And if you look over, you can kind of see Jack very casually lean over see you, raise an eyebrow, and then go back to talking to Sakira.
Ah, give me a hat. Right. Damn it, you got it stuck on your head with your horns, damn it. Look, there's my ex over there. Like, with your brother. And there's Bubbles, not 50 yards away, walking towards the beach.
Do you want me just to, like, wave at Bubbles to come over here? I mean, I'm sure she doesn't know what your ex looks like.
I mean, she doesn't yet, but she will do. And if I call her over here, then Jack will know what she looks like. And I don't want Bubbles harassed by the mischief people.
I said I could call her.
Yes. You do that. I'll go and talk to Jack and Cicera. I'll go and do that so that they don't know that I'm with you and Bubbles. It's foolproof.
It seems foolproof.
Yes. Okay. Right. Give me a few seconds.
Plan seems so good.
I'll wave and go head over there. Then you call Bubbles. I'll pretend like I don't know you, and I'll pretend I don't see Bubbles, and then I'll see Cicera and Jack, and I'll like placate them. Let Cicera know that that's Jack, and then I'll get the hell out of there.
You said a lot of words.
Count to 5. Wave to Bubbles.
Okay.
I start walking over towards Jack and Cicera.
Okay. I'm gonna wait. I want to see what happens to that.
Has it been long enough? I'm just gonna wave. Stuff counted to like 2.
Don't say Bubbles' back is to him. She's like headed straight towards like the water.
So Bubbles doesn't notice you, but there isn't really anything. If you want to walk over and join her, you can. There's nothing really in her way, other than Skooka's weird plan. But we won't talk about that.
Can we talk about it? It's really confusing.
There were a lot of words.
There was a lot of words.
I will leave that there as you wave and Bubbles does not notice. Bubbles, as you get closer to the water, I will just drop this in very quickly. You can sense that weird swirl of magic getting larger and larger the closer you get to the waterfront. And we'll pan over back to Jack and Cicera.
Jack, you say? That's an interesting name. What is it? What's it short for?
Jacqueline. But Jacqueline was never really my style, darling, so I shortened it.
I see. Let's see. What do you think? Does Cicera put 2 and 2 together? No?
That is entirely up to you. Does Cicera put 2 and 2 together?
You know what? The more fun option is I'm gonna say he doesn't.
Okay. He does not.
Uh,
So what brings someone like you to the beach today? I'm assuming you have dozens of other fond admirers, and you are quite alone.
I glance over at the football jock and his Air Genasi girlfriend, and I say, "You would think so, and yet."
Oh, you are quite fabulous. Quite touching, quite like the swimsuit. And I will say at this moment, Skooka, you can walk up.
You're right, Cicera. How you doing?
Hey, Skooka.
Oh,
How's
Skooka,
it
darling.
going?
Jack, nice to see you after so long. I hear you've been wanting to talk to me. I say, looking at Cicera.
Oh, this is your Jack.
Darling, do you really?
I had no idea.
I'm not offended, Cicera. We were never exclusive.
Darling, you really think I wanted to talk with you? That's a little prank Feathers was playing. I told you I was terribly bored.
Are you still bored?
With him? Sure.
Right. Well, That's great. Honestly, today hasn't been the best for me, and I don't really have any time for any of your bullshit. So
Good, because I really don't want to deal with yours.
good, great. See you later. I just turn around and start walking away.
I'll be in my usual hangouts if you cared, but
Jack,
I don't face
you
it.
know,
Fucking play it cool with the shades.
as entertaining as this conversation has been, I'm afraid I'm included in Skooka's bullshit. So, kind of a big umbrella.
So much better than him, darling.
He ain't so bad.
Oh,
When
he's
you
not
get to
bad
know
at
him.
all.
When you get to know him, which I know you never did, but
Oh, I knew him pretty well. I knew him pretty well, actually. I think we were having a bit of fun for a few months at that. I believe that's the longest he's ever stayed with anyone.
a few months? Was that how long it was?
I remember, then I got bored.
Well, I mean, you would know better than I do. He hardly talks about you, so. It's hard for me to gauge how long you two were seeing each other, because as far as I knew, he was hardly seeing you at all. But I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself at the beach. There's.
No, darling, if you're trying to make me feel guilty, it's not working.
Me? Guilt? I don't even know what that word means. That's a
Look, you can
human expression?
You can tell Scooper that if he wants to talk with me, I'll be at my usual spots. But you can also tell him that I don't really want to talk with him anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I'm sure he'll love to hear that.
Sure he will.
It's nice to meet you.
I'll see you around.
See you around. I'm gonna catch up to Skooka before he gets too far.
And you certainly can.
He's like taking off the shades and like tossed them, and like he's like unbuttoning his shirt and just going into like full hot mode. He's trying to look hot. Doesn't give a like.
Yeah, buddy. It's what can I say? Were you really dating her for a couple months?
Look, could you even really call it dating? We just hung out and slept together.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that seems very, pigeonholey of you, honestly. It's probably not anything serious. It wasn't serious anyway, so look, I've had enough of the beach already. The beach has never agreed with me. I'm probably gonna go start the car or something. It'll probably take me half the day anyway. So
Well, we still have to find the goober.
I get that.
Whatever.
I mean, I'm sure you guys will be quite capable of finding the shard. I saw a pub actually somewhere up there. Maybe I'll sit in there for a bit. It's just one of those days. I'm not gonna be any good to anyone.
Skooka. I put my hand on Skooka's shoulder. I say, mate, you got a lot to offer. You know what I'm saying?
Band tickets.
Yeah, band tickets, but, also other stuff.
Good music
Stuff.
taste.
Well, that's debatable.
Thanks. Kick a man while he's down. Don't worry about it.
That's not what I meant. It's words, stuff. You know what I mean, right? It's you're a catch, I think.
Cicera, I appreciate it. I really do. Right up until I think I was almost with you. And, I seriously, I look, maybe I'll just go and grab a tinny or something.
Look, and that girl, she was just hitting on me to get a rise out of you,
I mean, why would that get a rise out of me? You know, I don't get it.
Kuka, I asked this to the DM. Did that in fact get a rise out of you?
Genuinely not. He was more worried about Bubbles running into Jack than anything else.
Aw, okay. I just wanted to know. You do see, if you kind of look over, you do see Jack sort of stand up, give you two a little wave, walk off. She is, of course, despite being 6 foot tall, wearing 3-inch heels.
In the sand.
No, it's on the boardwalk. She's on the boardwalk. Bubbles, you can sense with a little ping that you had gotten off her key ring earlier, walking away. But the ping in the ocean is getting a lot bigger.
Okay.
A lot bigger.
At this point, cause she's in like regular people clothes, she'll like take off her like shoes and her socks, and she'll her cute little jellies, and she's wearing shorts, and she'll like kind of start like walking into the water.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, that wasn't great. It was a 7. Whopping 7.
Thankfully, this isn't hard to notice. You notice the waves start going in an irregular pattern.
Oh.
There are certain white swells that shouldn't be there, moving up and down, winding closer and closer to shore.
Okay,
Every swell, you can almost feel that magic that you're getting off your detect magic kind of rush towards you and then pull back.
Oh, okay. So I would like, as it's coming towards me, she'd kind of do like a little like back up, kind of like trying not to get her feet wet. She'll like point it out to Cepheus too, who I'm guessing is there with her at this point.
I don't know, is Cepheus there?
Yeah, he'll make his way over and kind of bridge the distance because he's supposed to be like distracting her a little bit.
As Cepheus approaches the water, Cepheus, also roll me a perception check.
I'm just for argument's sake, or just to say, I'm definitely putting my hooves in the water.
Okay.
That's a 17.
On a 17, you see what Bubble sort of points out, the irregular waves. You get a better look at them. Those white crests, they don't look like water. They look scaly. And very large.
Bubbles, does that look normal to you? I don't know. It seems weird.
It's definitely going the wrong way for waves, right?
Yeah. And I mean, it kind of looks snake-like. There's a lot of snakes today. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but it seems
No, you're right. It's very snaky. Snaky.
It's getting closer, Cepheus. You can see tinges of blue and white starting to streak along these blue and green streaking along these white fins as they start cresting through the waves.
How close does it seem?
They are within 30 feet of the shore. They look, each fin though looks about 10 feet tall.
I'm gonna pick Bubbles up and move closer into shore. Just kind of grab and like run with her.
That's so funny. I was gonna have her try to like grab you. Oh, this is much
we
funny.
should go or move in somewhere, and yeah.
Okay. Where are the others?
And Shira, you are still kind of on the boardwalk, giving an awkward pep talk.
Yes. And do I notice this thing moving in the waves as I'm trying to cheer up Skuka?
Roll me a perception check.
Hey, Dice Priory, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in,
so
everyone. How you doing?
You don't notice the thing in the waves, but you do notice though on an 8, it's hard to miss. There starts to be dark clouds and they start covering the horizon. You notice it mostly because your sunglasses go dark. The sun itself is obscured by these sudden thick storm clouds curling on the horizon.
Hey, bud. That looks weird. Wasn't it supposed to be sunny today?
It is sunny, that's why I went and got sun cream.
Look up.
I see.
And as you say look up, there is an almighty wave that crashes onto shore. Cepheus, it kind of hits the back of your legs just barely as you're able to climb up out of shore, just as this massive wave hits the back of you, sort of maybe waist down. It is still fairly tall, and it is actually knocks over a few people who are on the shore. And from the ocean itself rises a massive serpent.
Serpents are water.
Serpent.
Water snack.
This one blue and green with mottled skin and big frills on its side of its head. Its tail is in its mouth, and in the center of its forehead, you can catch the faintest opalescent glint of wood. And your shard on the key ring you have resonates a little. And the serpent opens its jaw and its tail cracks against the darkened horizon, and lightning streaks across the sky. And as Jormungandr, the world serpent, bears down on this beach, we are going to end Apotheosis here tonight.
What? Cash!
This is fine, GIF. We're all in a perfectly good mental and stable position to do this.
Yeah. We're not split up across opposite ends of the beach at all. There isn't a giant monster that's about to attack with civilians, in between all of us and us in the middle of having mental breakdowns. No, everything is fine.
We're fine. This is fine.
We're fine. Totally fine. Totally
Everything
fine.
will be okay.
We're so fine.
Maybe.
I'm impressed with how fine we all are.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually blown away by it.
Super fine.
Here we are at the end. Before we get into the wrapping stuff, one last time, here is the poll. As we head over to the Discord at the end of the show, you have the last couple of minutes now to vote for which playlist you would like released next in the Discord. I'll give you a couple of minutes. I'll close up after we're done. We also have there a close command. Check out the closing links. We do have credits to exit with tonight. So check out all of the links there. You got the Discord link as well if you want to come and see the playlist. Last week, Bubbles playlist was released. So you can go and listen to that already. We'll be releasing another one shortly. Also check out Twitter, Discord, YouTube, all of the other things that we've got, because it's all amazing, and you can come and support us and be a part of the community and the family and all the rest of the stuff. We'd love to have you. Also check out our sponsors, Bird in the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press. Okay. I'm gonna essentially say 5 seconds left.
Oh, I mean, I'd love to. We can take a little extra time. How are y'all feeling? Feeling good? Feeling fine? Everything fine? How was that?
Good.
I picked up 2 people.
You did, in fact.
Yay!
That number grows steadily, increases as the campaign goes on.
More picking up.
5 people today. Wow.
Hello. I love Tony. Tony is a great character. Just saying. Thank you for Tony.
Tony's wonderful.
Love Tony.
We stand Tony.
Stand Tony.
I'm feeling good. I'm loving exploring this mental space for
Yeah.
Skuka. It's
This-
fragile.
Right.
This game is a lot of fun. I am enjoying the characters. I'm enjoying the relationships. I am dreading where some of the threads are going, but in a good way. Yeah, it's I can't wait to see what more trouble we're gonna get into next week.
And there's
What I
a
have
giant,
learned, sorry,
giant serpent. That's
what I have learned, there is a sweet spot with intelligence that is the easiest to play, and it is 10. If you play a very intelligent character, it is difficult, and apparently, if you play a very dumb character, it is also difficult.
That's why my intelligence is right down the middle. You know, it's just
Exactly. See, there's a
it's
sweet
there
spot
when I
where-
need it to be. It's not there when I need it not to be.
Shall we close up the poll?
I think so. So we're gonna end the poll now.
Is it gonna be?
I think it's Kaka.
I mean, after I-
Yes.
What?
Ooh.
Cepheus
I
wins.
thought it was
So
this one's so
Cepheus
good.
will be releasing their playlist in the Discord for us all. Yeah, and we'll be back at the same time next week with more Apotheosis. We are going to go on a raid with our fabulous raid cry, Snakes in the Night, which I'm sure is up here somewhere. I've lost the raid cry, but I'm sure I'll find it shortly. There it is. I see it. Oh. If I could copy the thing. There you go. There it is. Snakes in the Night. Yeah, we're going to go on a raid until next week. Keep on evoking emotions, everyone, and we will see you very soon. Bye. And y'all are muted.